And we are live from Whitey Smith Stadium for the last broadcast of the year. It's senior night over here at Rogers. Your War Eagles tonight are taking on the Rogers Mounties. Rogers using all of their seniors as captains for tonight's game. I'm Darren. With me again is Coach Olson. Coach, our last go-round of the year, and we get to take on the crosstown rival Rogers Mountaineers.
Yeah, the advantage of the schedule. Putting the rival schools here at the end gives both teams something to look forward to and keep practicing for. So it's probably good alignment, and the gloves are off tonight.
You're going to be of them, but it's 12 years ago now that we opened at Heritage High. This series is 7-4. Rogers over Heritage, and then Rogers has won the last 4 meetings. So at one point in time, the War Eagles had a 4-3 lead in this thing. So we've got had the coin flip. We're getting ready to go here in just a minute, but for now, let's hear from some of our great sponsors. We'll be back here in 2 minutes to get you ready for kickoff. We are close to kickoff. We got 2 minutes before kickoff tonight. These Rogers Mounties come in. Coach Olson with the ability to throw the football. Hunter Lloyd has thrown for 2,464 yards and 24 touchdowns. They got a receiver in Mason Ross, who supposedly has run 4.4 at a couple of college camps. He's got 78 catches for 1,087 yards and 16 touchdowns. Going to be a tough task for these War Eagle defense to keep them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, no doubt. Hunter Lloyd is probably one of the most dynamic passers in the conference, and his numbers show that. And with a speedy wide receiver in Mason Ross, it should be an exciting game. Another side of that is the Rogers defensively is giving up the most points in the 7A West, so they're scoring a bunch. They're also giving up a bunch. So this could be a real exciting one. And when we say that, it's probably going to be 12-9.
We hope so. It could be. You never know. This Rogers team last week took on Harbor and was up 29-28 with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Your final score, 70 or 72, 70-29. Like they got outscored 42-0 to finish the game. But they've been explosive at times, and then at times things go the wrong way. We are going to see if we can take advantage of that. Coach Hookfin's going to have his guys ready to go. The War Eagles, I do not know if they won the toss, but they are going to be receiving. Be moving from left to right as we describe it to you. Beautiful night here. The moon is out. It is a nice crisp November evening. Makes Coach Olson feel right at home, like he's back in the motherland.
It was a beautiful day today when you compare it to the 2 previous days. So kind of fortunate that the rain moved out, and it's a nice, cool November Friday night football game, and here we go.
Alexis Mora set to kick it off. Foot to ball, and it's an end-over-end kick. It's going to be fairly short. Dragan Blackwell picks it up on a hop at the 20. He's going to cross the 30-yard line and be tackled at the 33. No harm done, no flags on the field, and that's where we will start. The War Eagles will take it right there and start their first possession.
Looked like Aiden Blevins there for the Mounties on the stop. War Eagles take over, and let's see if we can get something going right away.
Quarterback Jeb Brown is the last one off the sideline into the huddle. He will get the War Eagles going on this, the first possession. Couple receivers to the bottom of our screen. Braden Murrell, he's one of the seniors. Nick Winter also in the slot. They fake a handoff. They're looking for Murrell, actually Blackwell. Could have been either Blackwell or Murrell off the fingertips of Dragan Blackwell, and falls incomplete.
Free safety, Trevor Austin there for the Mounties defending that play. It looked like there was, as a basketball coach, not very good spacing on that play.
Somebody was in the wrong spot. We don't know who, but that probably was not the way it was designed. War Eagles with a little bit different look right here. 2 running backs, 1 to each side of Jeb. There's a handoff to Dragan Blackwell. He tries the edge, and he's got it. He's got the 40, the 45, going to be out near midfield. See where they spotted. It's certainly going to be first down yardage for the War Eagles. A nice little outside zone play to Dragan Blackwell. War Eagles are in business at the Mountie 49.
Trevor Austin there again knocking Blackwell out of bounds, but a nice big gain for Heritage and a first down, and we haven't seen a lot of those in the first quarter. So a positive start here for the Heritage War Eagles.
Nice carry for Blackwell. Again, a new look with 2 running backs out of the shot, always out of the shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the field. Inside handoff, Eli Craig. He's going to be stacked up, but he's going to fight forward for about 3 yards. We'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
And again, a nice play there. The offensive line made a little crease, and it's a positive play on first down, and we're in between the sticks, 2nd and 7, and here we go.
One of the things we want to make sure we mention tonight, Blackwell with that first carry. He's a junior, but we'll mention the seniors that are out here tonight. As we mentioned, this team not playoff bound. These seniors, a lot of them playing their last football game. You see guys like Braden Murrell out there trying to make plays their last time out. Motion man is Blackwell. They're going to fake it to him, and now Jeb's going to run over the inside. He's going into the secondary. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, War Eagles. A little zone read. Jeb Brown straight up the middle and was not touched.
Untouched. Going to give the Heritage Football offensive coordinator a lot of credit there. Beautiful play design, beautiful execution, and Jeb Brown in the end zone from 40 out. 6-0 War Eagles. What a way to start the ballgame.
Yeah, we've had some decent opening possessions that haven't resulted in points. That one right there, the big play, quarterback Jeb Brown, who doesn't run a lot from the quarterback position, ran downhill right there. None of the Mounties were going to catch him. Kick is up and good. 10:36 to go. We've only played less than a minute and a half. It's War Eagles 7, and the Mounties about to get the football.
What a wonderful way to start after, the last 3 or 4 games, which have really gone the other direction early, to get the ball first and have some positive play, gain a first down, and then bust a big run for a touchdown. I don't know that Coach Hookfan could have drew it up any better.
Yeah, what you like to see is a lot of excitement on the War Eagles sideline. You cheerleaders jumping around. You got the band involved. Still working hard and off to a good start in this one. Big night. We mentioned this is kind of rivalry week throughout the 7A West. This game here, of course, a big rivalry. Bentonville and Bentonville West are playing for the conference championship tonight.
Fayetteville and Harbor, both 4-2, battling for a 3 seed, which in a lot of cases that 3 seed is a pretty nice place to be because
you get the 6 out of the Central.
You get the 6 out of the Central, and get you a game in the playoffs and maybe get rid of some butterflies.
High end over end kick, taken inside the 10. He'll be hit, flushed outside, cross the 20, forced out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. That's Finley Bunch, the wide receiver with the kickoff return, forced out of bounds from the War Eagles.
Like Eli Craig was in on the tackle, among other War Eagles there to pretty good coverage.
And the Mounties will have it. They spotted at the 26. Be first down and 10. We mentioned a lot of high power in this Mountie offense. Hunter Lloyd, coach's kid, and the quarterback, one of the best in the conference. Very athletic, good strong arm. He will continue his playing career somewhere. Play action fake. He looks over the flat. He's got a man. Caught. It's at the 40. Now at the 50. Griffin Brown is trying to chase him down, and he does. He's going to knock him out of bounds at the War Eagle 40-yard line, but a big play on a little seam route on first down.
Christian Francisco there with the reception, and I do believe that Hunter Lloyd is on his way to Missouri State. Now, don't quote me on that, but
I do remember reading that as well. Yep, that's correct. And that's a good offer. That's a really solid offer. Mounties quickly to the line. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Spread formation. Fake the inside handoff. Look into the flat. Got a man. Caught. Tackled at about the 32-yard line. That catch is made by Jace Bray.
Looks like Griffin Brown for the War Eagles was in on the stop, among others.
It's a gain of about 6. Jace Bray. Bray's a name that's pretty familiar to us.
Yes,
Coach Olson and I
sure.
played a lot of baseball with Mike Bray, Robbie Bray. That is Mike's son. Coach Rob's already had a couple go through the system. Back to pass, looking deep, and he's got a man inside the 5, touchdown. That is Mason Ross. Ran right past us. The ball was well thrown right on the hands by Hunter Lloyd, and it's 7-6.
9:32 left in the first.
Yeah. Hopefully you're not just joining us. If you're just joining us, you've missed a bunch already.
Mason Ross there just had was isolated there. Schaefer Dunnigan defending, and he just got such good speed. He just blew right by him.
Ran right past him. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Extra point by Yahir Munoz. And at the 9:32 mark, as Coach Olson stated, we're tied at 7. War Eagles about to get it back again. Feels like it's going to be one of these games, Coach. You're just going to have to keep scoring.
Well,
you got to keep matching up with them.
Yeah, just an absolute gorgeous throw by Hunter Lloyd, right on the money, and Mason Ross just runs just a fly route down the sideline, and the ball's right there perfectly, right in front of the pylon. So pretty good execution here by both teams early. Big plays seem to be the trend. I guess my 12-9.
We're almost there already.
12-9 prediction.
That's all right. That's all right. You're not the best color man in the league for nothing, right? Yeah, here Munoz to kick again. War Eagles now are set up at the 10-yard line after the short kick earlier. A high, short, end-over-end kick. It's going to be fair caught. That looks like it's Peyton Yeager. Just wants the football, so he makes the catch. There is a flag down on the play. Now there's a bunch of them for a little bit of a fracas. Have 4 or 5 flags down. More flags continue to be down. A lot of action post-play. This happens sometimes in rivalry games. I don't know how they're going to sort this one out, Coach. I believe every official has thrown a flag. I see 5 flags on the field, all in the same area, right about where the tackle was made.
Yeah, I was,
It looks like we may have an ejection on the War Eagle side as well.
I do think a player, Jesse Brown, I do believe came off the sideline and hit another player, which would be an ejection.
So we've now got a situation where a little bit of a pause in the action. The officials are going to be there. It looks like they got their notepads out. They're going to have to work on figuring this one out. For now, the ball is placed at the 25-yard line.
I think there's 5 flags on the field.
There are.
2 of them are so close together, but I think there's 2 there.
Yeah, no, that's definitely 2.
And they seem to be really littered between about the 32 and the 30 or in the 42, or I'm sorry, the 37 and the 42.
Officials have a lot to talk about here. And they certainly have to get control of this because this is a game that can get very emotional. As we mentioned, this is the last game for a lot of our seniors They're going to want to give everything they can against the crosstown rival Rogers Mountaineers. A lot of these, they've been playing ball against these guys their entire lives. And we'll see how they sort this one out. They're actually going over to talk to Coach Hookfin now. I assume this will probably be regarding the ejection if there is one. We have one official over here on this side talking to the Mountaineer staff, Coach Lloyd. Two officials talking to Coach Hookfin.
I didn't really see what happened there. I was wondering why our
first.
I was really curious why we fair caught the kickoff, and then I realized it was number 8 catching it, who was a defensive end. Right. So I thought, well, it's a pretty good decision not to, a guy that's not used to carrying the ball. So, and then everything kind of broke loose from there.
And what's interesting is, you normally don't see this kind of action on a play. Like, there should have been very little hitting on that play.
Yeah, it was a fair catch.
It's a fair catch, so here we go. We have unsportsmanlike conduct on the War Eagles, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Mounties. And basically they're just calling do-over on that.
Yeah.
And there's no harm done. The ball's going to stay at the 25-yard line. I would imagine there's warnings given in both directions. And we cannot confirm. They certainly were pointing at 79 for the War Eagles. I do not see him over on the sideline. But if we can get word on that, we'll let you know. Hopefully he's still in the game and all's good to go there. And War Eagles now are going to have it. We're going to get back to football. Motion man, Dragan Blackwell. They're going to give it to Eli Craig up the middle. Eli hit just as he crosses the line of scrimmage. Going to fight forward for a good gain of 5 yards. So we've seen now that motion. We've given the ball to Blackwell on the little jet sweep action. They faked it to him, and Jeb kept it on the touchdown run. And that time they faked it to the jet sweep, and they gave it to the running back inside. Yeah, so they're obviously trying to do a lot of action off of that.
I think in a strategic sense, they're trying to just make that linebacking core just a little step slow to fill those holes by wondering exactly what's happening.
Straight drop back, looking to the left side. He's got a man over the head of Nick Winter. A little bit of contact back there. The coverage, Jordan McKibben back in coverage for the Mounties, but it falls incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Kind of a big down right here, it feels like early.
Yeah.
You feel like you need to keep scoring.
Yeah, because, with Hunter Lloyd and a lot of that speed, we didn't really slow him down very much. I think it was 3 plays and a touchdown.
2 running backs next to Jeb, 2 wide receivers wide. They fake it to him, and Jeb's going to try and get the edge. He's got a blocker in front of him. He's going to have first down yardage, and he's going to fight forward for a few more than that. It's going to be a gain of about 8 and first down yardage for Jeb Brown, using his legs tonight more than his arms so far.
He's never been known for a runner, and I'm not really sure why. These couple plays here, he looks like he's got decent speed.
We've got a flag down, it looks like. I don't see the flag down, but we have an officials discussion. So wherever the flag may be, they're going to pick it up.
Well, why would they throw it if they were just going to pick it up?
I don't know. They just wanted to talk. Officials need love, too.
I think they get lonely out there in football
games. They do,
games,
absolutely.
And all of a sudden they got to have a little party. And
so the War Eagles, a big play on 3rd and 5 to keep this drive alive. Wide receivers are split. 2 running backs next to Jeb. They're going to hand it now to Eli Craig over the right side. He's going to be hit and dropped. Nice hit on the play by the Mounties. That looks like 28.
28-99. Christian Bruce, from his defensive end position, really kind of laid the wood to him there. Nice play by the defensive line for the Mounties. Which I never really liked the word, even though I'm a former Mountie. I always like the word Mountaineers.
You like Mountaineers? We can do that.
Because when you say the word Mountie, it makes people think of some kind of Canadian policeman.
2nd down and 10. Going to fake the handoff. That's almost the touchdown play. Similar look, little zone fake handoff, and then Jeb tried to take it up the middle. Not nearly as effective this time. Going to gain a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Now it's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, but big play early But the clock is running in the first quarter,
Yeah,
which we have
played
some
darn near 5 minutes.
My daughter Adeline always tells me I use too many basketball references when I'm doing a football game. But in this case, it's hard to score if
Jeb is back to pass. He's running for his life, and he throws it to nobody, and he can't do that. Jeb has watched a lot of football on Saturdays and Sundays where if you're out of the pocket, you can throw the ball away and not get a grounding call. In high school, you can't do that. That's going to be intentional grounding. It's going to be a loss of about 7, but that's all. We were going to be punting the football anyway. A lot of pressure from the Mountaineer defensive line.
There you go.
And it's going to bring up 4th and a bunch. Ball's going to be spotted.
It's McKibben for the Mountaineers. Back to receive.
Ball's going to be spotted inside the 25. And Jonathan Trujillo, who's a senior linebacker and punter, is going to come out for his first effort tonight. 4th and 22 is what they show.
Flags are laying limp.
High wobbly spiral. Kibben's going to grab it at the 45. He's going to cross midfield, but not much more than that. He's going to get into War Eagle territory. Basically, the ball's going to be placed right at the first down marker where we needed to get to.
And it was a good punt.
It was a decent punt at that point, yeah. So that's where the Mounties are going to take it. They're going to have good field position. 7:03 left to go here in the first quarter. And now it's going to be up for that War Eagle defense.
Seth Kendall for the War Eagles on the stop. Pretty good special teams play. Nice open field tackle by Seth.
So here comes Rogers. Hunter Lloyd's the quarterback. 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Back to pass. He's looking that direction. Now he's dancing around. We got it behind that. The ball's loose. Sack, fumble, and the War Eagles are going to have it. Officials still sorting this out. They do not have a signal yet. If we don't have it, I don't know how. And there it is, War Eagle football.
Garrett Murdoch for the War Eagles with the recovery. Some pressure on Hunter Lloyd there made him step up into the pocket, and he did probably a mistake by his case. That ball was not secure, and obviously in that case, ball got knocked out.
Held on to it a little bit too long, was getting ready to throw it. Ball knocked out of there, and War Eagles with a big play on defense, getting the ball back for the offense. 6:56 to go. We gained some field possession in that exchange right there.
No doubt. Yeah, there's no sin in punting. No single play in football gains more yards on average than a punt.
It's true. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers. Hand off to Eli Craig, and they try to do, and we're going to give it right back. They tried to do a double reverse, and they hit Eli right after he got the ball. He tried to pitch it anyway, and the Mountaineers are going to recover it. So that was going to be the next level execution of that play they've been running.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, ball on the ground there. That's a ball. Eli trying to make a play, but once he has contact made there, you just got to go down and live to play another play. So at the 39-yard line, we give it right back to Rogers. And see if the defense can step back up and make another play and do it again.
Yeah, they got to get some pressure on Hunter Lloyd. He's too good a player just to let him sit back there.
Motion man, fake to him. Inside handoff to the tailback, Aaron Rendon. Going to get about 3 yards is all. Well played.
Griffin Brown on the stop for the War Eagles.
Griffin, a senior. Griffin's been a nice player. Been playing that linebacker position for a long time. Made a lot of plays for us.
Yes, he does. He's had a lot of plays made behind the line of scrimmage. He's got a good knack. He's a good football player. He'd play for anybody in the conference.
Mounties motion to empty. Back to pass. Lloyd's looking deep. He's looking for Ross. He's throwing deep. Ross just past the defenders. Well defended and thrown out of bounds. Back on the coverage is Elliot Villatoro. Similar play to what they scored on earlier, but that one falls harmlessly incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
A slight difference there. There were 2 defensive backs there. on that play. The previous play was just one-on-one out there, and Mason Ross with good speed just blew by us.
Another big opportunity right here for that War Eagle defense.
I think they're looking at 2 big stops here if the Rogers is not able to pick up the first down on this play.
Spread formation, 2 wide receivers, both sides. Hunter back to pass. Now he's going to tuck it up and run. Cooper Bowman's going to make a hit and stop him. He's going to be short of a first down. It looks like the way they've got it spotted, it's going to be 4th and
a half a yard.
About a football, the way it looks like. Now they're just going to give him first down yardage.
This thing that we talked about the other day about the change. The lines are not always straight.
It's true.
Across the field.
I think we had a much better angle on that one.
I do too.
I think it was going to be short.
The line judge on the far side had him marked just outside the 30 or just inside the 30, but somehow that ended up in a first down.
Regardless of what we think, it's going to be first down for Rogers. Fake handoff. They're going to throw it over to Mason Ross. Makes one man miss, and now he chases him down and pursues him. Nice effort right there by Devin Henderson. Missed the tackle initially.
He stayed after
Kept working, absolutely. Kept working, chased him down. Not that big of a play. Going to be a gain of about 6.5. Second down and 3. Fake the handoff again. Basically the same play. Just throw it out to Mason Ross and let him make a play with his legs. He's going to have first down yardage. His ball is going to be placed at the 16-yard line.
We saw a very similar kind of strategy with Fayetteville. A lot of quick throws out to Flanagan. Same thing here with Mason Ross.
And the War Eagle coaches don't like it. They're going to call timeout right here and talk about it, which is what they didn't do last week. And they just scrimmage. He's going to get 3, now maybe 4, where they spot it.
Another solid first down run for the War Eagles, making it very manageable here on second down. Ball almost to midfield.
Earlier we had done that and threw incomplete pass right here just to put you in kind of a 3rd and long situation. Be interesting to see, because we've had success running the football.
Yeah, I would like to see, like we say in practice and basketball, let's not make this hard. We just had success here. Let's not outthink ourselves.
And we drop back to pass. Looking over the left side, he's got a man, but it's dropped. In and out of the hands of Braden Murrell. Would have been a gain of about 5 and brought up 3rd down and short. Falls incomplete, and it's 3rd down and a long 5.
Now, Jeb put the ball on his hands there. Might have been just slightly behind that receiver, but just certainly a play that a receiver could make.
You have to make.
I
right?
think Braden's looking at.
Yep.
He looked disappointed he didn't catch it. So
Absolutely. He's going to go wide to the far side of the field. Nick Winters in the slot. 2 running backs. Back to pass. Looking for a left. Now Jeb pulls it down. He's going to have to run for it. Across the 40. 45. Tried to make a man miss, and that allowed some pursuit of the Rogers defense. He's tackled on the play by Joey Lean. And it's going to be 4th down and 4 at midfield. And I got to feel like we go for this here.
I don't know that the probability of the Mountaineers scoring really changes much if they get the ball to 50
or the 30.
Or the 30. So I think this is a good decision by Coach Hookfin, and
I agree as well. Blackwell in motion, and we're going to draw. Oh, they don't give it to us. He jumps in the neutral zone, and the official says not quite far enough. I think they're going to get an earful out of Coach Hookfin over there a little bit on that one.
He was definitely offsides.
But
I'm not sure of the rule in high school. If he gets in there,
if he touches the neutral zone, it's supposed to be blown dead. He doesn't have a chance to get back. He said he didn't get there, and again, we had a much better angle.
We did. I mean,
we've been accused
with
of
the ball here on the 51-yard line. We were right on it.
We've been accused of being homers before, but I'm still going to say that we had a much better angle on that one. So after that, the War Eagles call timeout, and now it looks like we are going to bring the punting unit on. It's 4th down and 4 at midfield, and it is Jonathan Trujillo in punt formation. You do see some athletes on the field that if there was a fake in the repertoire, this wouldn't be a bad place for that either. And now the Mountaineers are going to call timeout. They didn't like the look of that either.
Well, now would be the time to run out there and snap it and go for it.
Ball plays out.
Gus Malzahn type strategy.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, this is you probably have some plays like this in your book, and there's no sense. I haven't seen one this year. There's no sense taking them all the way home with you. So we'll see.
You just think about coming off the sideline here. Rogers is setting up for punt coverage or punt return. It wouldn't take much to sneak a few guys in there and run a play.
Jordan McKibben is going to be deep to receive again. And the War Eagles are going to be in punt formation. They do look like they're going to kick it away. A couple guys on this end, and Dragan Blackwell and Cooper Bowman are guys that could run with it if we needed them to.
Yeah, no doubt.
Snap goes back to Trujillo. He is going to kick it away. It's an end-over-end kick. It's going to be drifting back. The ball is muffed, and it's loose. It's on the ground. The War Eagles have a shot at it.
It looks like Cooper Bowman has covered it up.
No signal yet, but we've got it. Muffed punt, and the War Eagles are going to have it. 1st down, goal to go.
Great decision to punt the ball away.
Unbelievable. As you say. You gain more yardage on punts than any other play?
No single play in football at any level gains more yards on average than a punt.
An opportunity right here, a big turnover, going to give the War Eagles momentum again. Now the officials, what are we chatting about here, just out of curiosity? I didn't see any laundry on the field, and now they're sending them out. Evidently, they're just having a conversation. Yeah, now they're bringing the linesman back in.
Well, there was no doubt Cooper Bowman was on the ball. The ball was loose, at the the returner's feet, and Seth Kendall came in and knocked him over.
Got a nice hit by Seth.
And then Cooper cleaned the ball up and rolled over with the ball. No doubt he recovered it.
Hand off to Blackwell, tries the edge. He's going to get hit. Nice hit on the play again.
It's 28.
Jesus Gomez.
It's hard to tell as the uniform's all bunched up.
Mangled. But he's actually made a couple nice hits in there.
Yeah, he's an aggressive kid. Aggressive player, nice play.
We're at the 7-yard line. It's second down, goal to go. We're about to approach 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. War Eagles have kind of fallen in love with this little formation with running back split on each side of Jeb. 2 wide receivers this side. They fake a handoff. Jeb's going to get the corner. It's going to be a touchdown. Fake the handoff to Eli Craig. The Mountie defense bought it, and Jeb Brown with his legs once again score a touchdown. It's going to be 14-13.
Beautiful design, beautiful execution. Jeb basically went in the end zone untouched. Great fake, and Jeb's playing a nice game.
It's a good read by Jeb because it's his job at that point in time to read that defensive end and linebacker on the outside edge. They crashed.
They did, no doubt.
And it was just a race to the corner, and Jeb won that one pretty easily. Chance to tie it up with an extra point right here. Extra point attempt is up. It is good. 2:54 to go here in the first quarter. We've seen some points. We've seen some excitement. It is 14-14.
3 turnovers in the first quarter. We've had a whole game full of excitement here in high school football in one quarter with long passes, fumbled punts, quarterback fumbles, reverse fumbles.
Well, in a rivalry game, you can just throw the records out.
Throw the records out.
Anything can happen. And it's certainly it's an emotional game. We already saw things get a little chippy after one of the plays a while ago. And it's good to see everybody fighting. Right? It's fun to watch people compete. And the War Eagles have taken the defense and special teams has had 2 takeaways here to give us an opportunity, and that's great to see. Now we're going to see if we can ask them to do it once again.
One more time.
Brandon Baxley is going to kick it off. He's a sophomore. One of the things we aren't going to be spending a lot of time talking about seniors this year, we don't have a lot of them. There's going to be a lot of War Eagles coming back to make plays next year.
And that's why a game like this and a season like this can be really, really important. Because
Baxley, ball's going to hit the ground. It's going to be picked up by the Mounties. At around the 10, going to be returned to about the 30-yard line. There's a little post-play fracas again. Flag's going to go on that one. For the Mountaineers, David Martinez was involved in that. Eli Craig was involved in it on the War Eagle side. Did not like the way that block went down, I guess. It looks like the initial signal is going to be offsetting again. Unsportsmanlike against the War Eagles. Now it's just going to go against us. So they have not moved the football yet. Officials look like they're writing down unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. I hope they got a lot of lead in that pencil tonight.
It seems, though. I mean,
So the field position is going to change from the 31 to the 46-yard line, which is significant. You don't want to give up that type of field position off a pretty decent play by your kicking team.
And, I mean, no doubt, because you get into the area of the field where you can take more chances because, risk of a turnover here down the field, the way Hunter can throw the ball, would be as good as a punt.
Back to pass. Quick pass to the slot receiver. The ball is caught by Christian Francisco. Not going to get much after the catch, but it is going to be complete for a gain of about 6.
Hunter Lloyd does a nice job there getting rid of the ball quickly, and the Mountaineers receivers have some speed, so our defensive backs have to honor that.
coaches in the booth next door may or may not be heard on the broadcast. He is going to be marked short, so good job by the War Eagles keeping him out of the end zone. That's going to be the last play of the first quarter. We're going to have to walk all the way to the end of the field. We will have the beginning of the second quarter for you right after this word from our sponsors. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Maybe 30 if we don't get it in time.
Even know I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know.
Off to Rendon,
Touchdown.
and they give him the touchdown. Rendon just goes over the top. Not much there, but they didn't need much. And the Mounties going to score to make it 20-14. Not a lot there. Pretty well played by the Warriors, but again, they just didn't need a lot, Coach.
No, and they did what they needed to. Rendon went airborne, but ended up in the end zone.
Extra point attempt by Munoz. Had a little stutter step, but it is up, and it is good. So 5 seconds into the third quarter, it is Mountaineers 21, War Eagles 14, and the War Eagles will be getting the ball back. This is kind of the game we thought we might see right before your 12-9 prediction.
Well, when those two teams line up and everybody says it's going to be a shootout, a lot of times it goes the other way. But this one is kind of staying as predicted.
And then it's up right now to Coach Hookman and the War Eagles to answer. Like, you got to keep scoring with them.
And
trading buckets.
Yeah.
Eddie will be at home being mad at me for saying that, but you're trading baskets at this point.
Well, here's a chance for the War Eagles to make a play because, every kickoff here by the Mountaineers has been a short one. So I wouldn't, something crazy here, I'd be prepared.
A very short kick. Going to be fair caught again. Is that Yeager again?
Good job, Yeager.
Yeager plays defensive end and has actually returned 2 kicks. I say returned 2 kicks. He's fair caught 2 kicks. That one's going to be at the 31-yard line, and that's where the War Eagles are going to have it.
So what happens if the guy next to you fair catches it? And
That's actually what happened. I assume as soon as anybody puts a fair catch symbol up.
Be a heck of a play, Gaff.
Yeah.
If somebody else could fair catch it and you could go intercept it and run it.
I noticed that too, but yeah. Score of note, by the way, anybody from Rogers that might be listening to us is Van Buren 3, Springdale nothing. The Mountaineers, with a Springdale loss, would make the playoffs even with a loss tonight. Inside handoff to Dragan Blackwell. Not a lot there. Interior, the Mountaineer defense is going to stop him after a gain of 1. Dragan a lot more involved on offense in this game.
Yes, and I think that the 2-back set has been a nice adjustment for the War Eagles, added a little deception. And then just a new wrinkle for, a game that is a rivalry game, and things like that seem to come out.
2nd down and 9. Straight back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the outside. Thrown before the receiver came out of his break. Falls incomplete. Intended receiver was Brandon Morrell.
Yeah, it's like just some miscommunication there. The ball was out before the receiver even turned around, and I don't think Mr. Morrell and Mr. Brown were on the same page.
Not in that case. Now it's 3rd and long. Probably have to do it again. So, again, the same formation we've used a lot tonight is the 2 running backs, and you got 2 wide receivers down to this end. Jeb's going to look this way. Throwing deep for Nick Winter down the sideline. They're going to throw the flag. He was cut off on the route by Jordan McKibben. That a ball that probably could not be caught, honestly, but McKibben cut off his route, and I believe we're going to get pass interference against Rogers.
And I think, a play similar like that earlier in the first quarter, and the receiver just kind of allowed himself to get kind of cut off without making contact. That time he stayed on his route, and it drew a flag.
Nick Winter did. He tried to fight his way through it. The back judge thought it was enough to be pass interference. That is the call. Going to be 15 yards and a new set of downs for Heritage. Ball placed at the 47-yard line. And we are back in business. Brown's the quarterback. And 2 running backs next to him. Inside handoff to Eli Craig. He dances around a little bit. Going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Fight forward. Really nothing there. Mountaineers really appear to be trying to take away the inside of that defense after Jeb went right up the middle for the 40-yard touchdown run.
Senior linebacker there, Cedric Brown, for the Mountaineers, really disruptive and made a nice play there, almost behind the line of scrimmage, but no gain and 2nd down.
Eagles break the huddle. Single back now to the left of Jeb. And Blackwell's going to go in motion. Inside handoff. Into the secondary. Crosses the 35 crosses the 30 down to the 27-yard line. Nice little handoff to Eli Craig. Again, the motion man was Blackwell, and that little bit of motion seems to be giving the Mountaineers fits tonight.
Yes, and again, it just creates just a little hesitation by the Mountaineer linebackers, which gives Eli Craig just enough to make a little burst. Big play, War Eagles.
Another new set of downs. 1st and 10. Ball at actually the 26 is where they spot it. Here goes Blackwell in motion. And we're going to have a false start. Play is blown dead before it happened. I did not see who jumped.
He was pointing at the end of the War Eagle line of scrimmage, which could be a host of people, left tackle, wide receiver, so on and so forth, but it was on this side of the line.
That was going to be the jet sweep to Blackwell trying to get to the edge. Never know if he would have gotten there, and it's 1st down and 15.
We had a head start over there, so things were looking pretty good.
We did, absolutely. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers. Eli Craig is the running back. They're going to fake it to him, and Jeb's going to run it again. Crosses the 30, crosses the 25. Good yardage on 1st down. Going to pick up the penalty yardage plus about 4 more and give us 2nd down and 6.
Boy, Jeb's had a nice game running the ball. He's been very decisive. It really only one play where you thought that, hey, he might have squeezed a couple more out.
Having some feedback from home. She doesn't like the way we're pronouncing the nickname of the visitors tonight. Blackwell is in motion. They're going to hand it to him. He's going to try and get the edge. A nice hit up from the secondary. That's 27, Cedric Brown.
Cedric Brown has been disruptive for the Mounties tonight. He's made several plays up there around the line of scrimmage. Very aggressive play and a very good play.
Yeah, he was going to have none of that. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. This, you would think, maybe actually you might be in field goal range here. I'd say it's 4-down territory. You certainly aren't going to punt. But you'd be on the edge of field goal range here at 40 yards.
That'd be Brandon Baxley, and that might be the limit there, about 40 for him.
Going to be a handoff to Eli Craig. Now we're not going to find out. It's going to be loss of about 4. That certainly would take us out of field goal range. It's going to be 4th down and 12. Not exactly what we were looking for there. But that one was well played. War Eagles now, a little bit of a different look. 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Fake the handoff to Eli. Jeb looking deep across the middle, looking for Nick Winter. Off his fingertips and incomplete at the goal line. And there's a flag down. Jeb's getting up a little bit slowly. That's going to be a roughing the passer play. We're going to get new life again.
Oh, yeah, just a critical mistake there by the Mountaineers, or Mounties, however you want to say it.
Depending on who's listening.
But to take a personal foul penalty on a roughing the passer on 4th and 12 is really hard, really a difficult play there for the Mounties.
That will be first down yardage. 7:38 to go. War Eagles looking to tie this thing up. The ball's going to be at the 14-yard line. New set of downs.
And if Jeb just put a little more air under that one, just a little more air.
Yeah, just right off the fingertips.
Yeah. Nice route and had the right play call, isolated down there on the goal line, just about pulled it off.
War Eagles have gone with virtually the same 5 skill players on almost every down tonight. Inside handoff, that's Eli Craig. He's going to gain about 2. A couple guys who have touched the ball a lot we have not seen at all tonight. 24 Ethan Ferris and 25 J.J. Webb. I don't know the story behind those guys. There probably has to be one, I would assume. Also, senior Ricky Perez made some plays. Haven't seen him out there either. We do know they're working through trying to figure out who wants to play.
Yes.
How about that? Is that a safe thing to say?
Yes, that is.
Shotgun formation. Inside handoff to Dragan Blackwell, and he is engulfed by a couple of Mountaineers. That's 99 Christian Bruce. Kind of just gave him a big hug and fell down on him.
Not much there. Not much there in the interior of the line.
It'll be 3rd down and 8. Jeb goes to the sideline to get his final instructions. Comes back into the huddle. Again, your skill players. You got Nick Winter on one side, Brandon Morrell to the other. Dragan Blackwell's in the slot. Back to pass. Jeb looking across the middle. He's going to be dragged down again. That's that man again, 99 Christian Bruce, 6'1", 230-pound junior. He's going to sack Jeb for a loss. Back to the 17-yard line. That makes the decision a lot simpler. They are going to send out Baxley for what will be about a 35-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah, Christian Bruce playing with a, what do they say in football, a motor.
Showed up in a bad attitude.
He did. He has been a very aggressive defensive player and makes another nice play for the Mounties.
Timeout. Rogers. We haven't seen a lot of 35-yard field goal attempts this year. We'll see what Baxley can do. He's on the right hash mark. Very little wind tonight. Actually, it's a really nice night. I mean, it's cold. A lot of people are in coats. We got some hoods up along the way. Or maybe it's just cool to wear hoodies.
Yeah, compared to yesterday, this is balmy.
Still just a first quarter score. It's Bentonville 7, West nothing. Bryant over Conway 21-7. Hornets are pretty good. Van Buren 3, Springdale nothing. That's in the second quarter. That's kind of a shocking low score. That was the 12-7, the 12-9 you're talking about.
Yep.
So here's Baxley. Jeb Brown's the holder. He's going to put it down right on the 25-yard line. High snap. Jeb does a good job getting it down. Baxley is going to be long enough and good.
The ball hit the crossbar and trickled over.
He didn't get all of that one. It was like you could really see the ball spinning. He's kind of like the old golf adage, you hit it a little fat, hit it a little chunky right there. But it was enough, and it was straight, and it's going to be 21-17. So the War Eagles answer back with 5:42 to go here in the half. You're in the ball game. You got another chance for your defense to make a play. And keep them right here. We're getting a lot of feedback on text tonight. We always appreciate that.
We have to throw the 51-yard line out there just every once in a while. See if anybody's listening.
I mean, it's what goes after the 50.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just without question. It's all a matter of perspective. After making the field goal, Brandon Baxley is going to kick it off. He's a sophomore kicker. He'll be back. He's also wearing a little bit of a hoodie.
There seems to be a little space here behind the front 8.
High end-over-end kick. Will be taken by Finley Bunch inside the 10. He's going to cross the 20. He's going to be hit and dragged down by Cooper Bowman at the 28-yard line. And that is where the Mountaineers are going to take it over.
Cooper is a kid that seems to be around the ball all the time.
He's around the ball a lot, especially on special teams. You know, special teams is kind of a place, especially on kickoff, where effort pays off a lot. And Cooper, I know Cooper's dad. I've known him for a long time. I know he would require a lot of effort out of Cooper, and he plays hard.
Yes, he does.
I hear a rumor he wants to go play a little ball for Coach Olson. I don't know if that's going to work out or not.
It's a rumor.
Back to pass is Lloyd. Now he's going to tuck it up and run. This is one thing he can do as well. Nice move. Going to cross the 40. He's going to be hit and tackled there. That's, again, Cooper Bowman making the tackle, but it's going to be 13 yards downfield. And a first down for the Mounties.
It looked like a design run there by the Mounties where he just, he dropped back and tuck it. He's got good speed. He's a good athlete.
Hunter's a very athletic kid. Good football player. Coach's kid. 6'4", 205 is what he's listed at. As we said, Missouri State bound. There's a give to the running back, Rendon, except it's on a jet sweep action. Coming up from the safety position is Dragan Blackwell. Gives him a nice shove out of bounds. Big hit by Dragan after a gain of about 3. That's one of those things, by the way, it's just, the favorite line. I hate to ask it out of you all the time, but Dragan, after you carry the ball, 6 times in the last possession, can we get you to make this tackle over here on the sideline?
And Blackwell and Eli Craig and a host of others, they're playing a lot of football in these last few games.
Back to pass goes Lloyd. He's got space. He's going to run. He's going to cross the 50. He's going to be forced out of bounds. Again, that's Bowman in the area. Lloyd just thought better to protect himself and step out of bounds on that one, but it's going to be first down yardage.
Smart play for him. He had the first down. And
4:51 to go in the quarter, a half. Ball's at the 47 and a half.
And a half.
We could call it the 53 just to upset some people. But we won't. Or did we just? Lloyd back to pass, looking for Ross. He's got him. Pass is complete. He makes 2 men miss, and now he's working his way to the middle of the field. Again, good speed, good athleticism by Ross. It's going to be a gain of about 7. Second down and 3.
And the Orioles have to give him that cushion because of his speed, so they're susceptible to short passes. But again, as the field compresses, that becomes less and less effective.
Running back is Rendon. Next to Hunter Lloyd. Motion man. They're going to fake it to him and give the ball to Rendon. He's going to have first down yardage. He's going to be tripped up. Not a lot. He's going to get 4. He only needed 3. Ball will be placed at the 36-yard line. It's a new set of downs for Rogers.
And this is turning into one of the critical points in this ball game. 21-17 lead here with a little over 4 minutes left. The stop for the War Eagles would go a long way, and obviously some points here for Rogers would go a long way. So
Rogers will get the football to start the second half as well. So
yes,
it's
big.
If you do the worst possible math, by the time you get the ball back, you could be down 17 if you don't make a play here to start the second half. So certainly a big stop right here. Inside handoff to Rendon. He is stood up and driven back. Not a lot there. Gain of about 1. Well played by the War Eagle interior defense.
Griffin Brown again in on the tackle.
Those down linemen, we don't get to call their names a lot either. Garrett Murdoch's in there. Nicholas Martin. Peyton Yeager, who we've seen famously catching 2 kickoffs tonight. those guys did a good job just not giving any room for Rendon right there on the play, giving Griffin a chance to make a tackle. Lloyd back to pass. He's looking deep, looking for Ross. He's going to pass the defense,
Ooh,
and
nice
well
play.
played. Recovered at the end. That's Dragan Blackwell again. That was in the hands of Mason Ross, and Dragan got his hands on it and knocked it away.
Yes, beautiful play. Nice defensive coverage. 2 defensive backs back there, and Dragan makes a nice play, knocking the ball away.
And those are the things we haven't been saying a lot this year, Coach, is like right there, that is a good throw by a quarterback, a very athletic receiver that's going to play some college football, and you got to get it made a play.
Yeah,
He
no
stepped
doubt.
up and made a play. 3rd down and 9. Lloyd rolls out to his right. He's looking downfield. He's got a man. New wide receiver. That's 18 Cole James.
First down.
And it will be first down yardage. They're going to spot the ball inside the 25. They intentionally rolled Lloyd out there to avoid some pressure. Just a little out route. Did a good job knowing where he had to go.
I think he has an option there to tuck it and run, obviously, and well designed. And again, Hunter Lloyd with a beautiful throw and a first down, Rogers.
Rogers motions to an empty backfield. Lloyd looking across the middle, looking for his running back, Rendon, past the defense, and he's going to cross the goal line for a touchdown. They motion Rendon to play receiver, got him isolated on a linebacker and passed it, and Lloyd did not miss the throw.
Yeah, he was open, and Lloyd made a nice throw and a beautiful design by the Rogers coaching staff, and Rendon basically uncovered. Touchdown, Rogers.
Extra point attempt is up. And it is good. So there is 2:29 to go here in the half. The Mounties have stretched the lead to 28-17. And as we talked about, Coach, if you didn't have an opportunity to make a play, you had the potential to even go down 3 scores. We do have enough time right here.
Yeah,
If the War Eagles, we haven't seen the War Eagles execute a lot of 2-minute type situations, but certainly here you feel like in this, your last game or rivalry game, you're going to be trying to put points on the board here. You're not going to be trying to get to halftime. You should be aggressive and doing everything you can to score here.
And on several of these kickoffs here in the first half, I'm sorry, we've ended up with very good field position, and one of these guys back here receiving this kick, this could be thinking a big play right here. I'm thinking a big play.
Another prediction, another Coach Olson prediction. 12-7, he said. 12-9.
Yeah.
High, short, end-over-end kick. That ball's going to hit the ground. Blackwell's going to pick it up at the 23, make one guy miss, fight forward to be at the 29-yard line. And that's where we're going to have it. 2:24 remaining in the half. Got to be thinking first down and out of bounds here. It looks like we only have one timeout remaining. We've used a couple. There was one where both teams used a timeout. We used one when we tried to draw them offside. And there was one on defense over here after they threw a couple quick passes out to Mason Ross in a row. So we do have just the one left in the half. So you got to be thinking first downs and out of bounds here to stop the clock. Jeb Brown, last to leave the sideline. Now he breaks the huddle. War Eagles formation, we've run a lot tonight. 2 backs, 2 wide receivers to the wide side. Fake the handoff to Eli Craig. Jeb's going to throw it deep. Looking for Winters on the slot, and he's going to get another pass interference call. Again, Winter fighting through it. In the coverage was Jordan McKibben. Too much contact, and that should give the War Eagles 15 and a first down and good field position.
And a clock stoppage.
They're actually already moving the chains, which will they're sending them back because they don't know where to start from. The chain gang was already that way. We can just make it up at this point.
The ball was on the 29-yard line.
It was. And
according to the scoreboard.
Yeah. And pass interference is the call, so the ball should move to the 44-yard line. Great field position. We've only played, 6 seconds of football now on this possession. And you're in good shape. Still have to hurry. Don't have a lot of time. But again, incomplete passes, first down and out of bounds, keep stopping the clock. Try and turn this into points.
Yes. A must. It's a must.
Inside handoff to Eli Craig. He's going to be hit. He's going to fight forward. He's at the 48-yard line. The clock is going to run. War Eagles.
Andy Vargas, defensive tackle, made a shoestring tackle there on the cutback by Eli Craig, or that could have been a humongous play for the War Eagles.
War Eagles are going to huddle. This is one of the problems of just not doing this a lot is now Jeb Brown just started telling the play to the guys in the huddle, and we're at 1:45, 13-12 on the play clock. A lot of wasted time here, 2nd down and 6. And we're going to hand it off to Eli again, and he's going to be hit for no gain, actually going to be a loss of about 3 on the play, and the clock's going to continue to run. And again, we're going to go huddle here. 124, 123.
Eli Craig looks to be shaken up on the play.
He's been hit hard a few times tonight.
Well, he's got to be tired. He's playing multiple, special teams and defense. And he's running the ball a lot inside the tackles. He's taking a beating.
So the War Eagles, with that and the loss, being a little bit more deliberate here. Now we're inside a minute. 3rd down and 10. Back to pass goes Jeb. A little bit of pressure, and he is going to be sacked. He's going to go down at the 39-yard line. And now Rogers is going to take a timeout. 49.8 seconds left to go. Rogers only has 1 timeout left. Actually, that's going to be their last timeout. And we will bring out the punting unit, try and give Rogers a lot more field to go in this last 49.8 seconds.
Yeah, and with Lloyd at quarterback, this is a dangerous situation for the War Eagles because he's proven in this game.
We've seen a guy in Mason Ross again. I mean, I've been told he ran, electronic 4.4 40-meter or 40-yard dash in 2 different camps.
That's huffing it.
That's fast.
Yeah.
That's to put it in perspective, it's faster than the guy we saw last week, Connor Flanagan, that he would do on a watch. So that's dangerous.
Yes,
absolutely. We are in punt formation. Rogers is not yet have somebody back. They're sending Jordan McKibben back. They actually don't look like they trust us. Like they don't have anybody in deep safety formation, and they look to be just playing defense. Snap is back.
This could be
Kick is high, and this one just needs to roll around for a while. It's going to hit, and it's going to roll out of bounds, actually hit the 20-yard line. 42 seconds remain. Interesting punt defense by Rogers there. They weren't rushing the punter, and basically they were just playing defense. They just didn't trust us to punt the football. And because of that, there was nobody back to return the kick. If they had somebody back to return it, you would have good field position. Not a lot of time, though. With 42 seconds and no timeouts in high school football, like that's getting a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, and you wonder, that ball really took a bad hop for the War Eagles. When nobody catches it, a lot of times that ball can roll for 20, 30 seconds, it seems.
Took a bad bounce, absolutely. Lloyd back to pass. And they're in coverage. We're going to pick it off. Ball's going to be intercepted. That's going to be Elliot Villatoro, and the War Eagles are going to have it in Mountie territory at the 49-yard line. Just what the doctor ordered there. 34.5 seconds left to go here in the half. The War Eagles with the football and 1 timeout.
Villatoro makes an unbelievable play there. I thought that he didn't see the ball. He turned around and got his head turned just like I guess you teach a defensive back. Made an unbelievable play there and an interception right before halftime.
He is in one-on-one, man-to-man coverage against the fastest player on the field, and he did. He turned around at the last second and made a great interception, giving us a chance right here. Again, not a lot of time, but back to pass. Jeb's looking to the left, now across the middle. He passes complete to Nick Winter. Going to be first down yardage. The clock actually ran for another couple seconds after the first down. A little home cooking on the scoreboard. But the War Eagles have first down. Jeb runs to the sideline and now sprints back as the clock starts to run again. 23 seconds, 22 seconds. Going to have to complete a ball right here and then use that final timeout and try and get a field goal attempt. Back to pass goes Jeb. He's looking deep. He's got a man. He's going to overthrow him. Pass was intended for Braden Morrell. Ball slightly overthrown. 10 seconds exactly remaining in the half.
You know, it looks like we have a little bit of a speed advantage with our receivers against the Mounties D-backs. The receivers are getting loose back there. He's open. We just got to find a way to connect with him.
10 seconds left. Right now what you need is about a 20-yard pass and a timeout. And you got to get it done in less than 10 seconds. Jeb back to pass. He's going to throw to the sideline. That'll work too. Out route to Nick Winter. That took only 4 seconds. 5.9 seconds left to go in the half. Ball's at the 35-yard line. Now you're in a position where you almost have to do that again, or they're actually going to bring in Baxley right now to attempt a 51-yard field goal. And we're going to use our last timeout. If you can hear the color commentary by the coaches next door to us. We were short one man on the line of scrimmage. And they call timeout just to get that aligned. So this is an interesting choice right here too, Coach. At a 51-yard field goal, the last one that Baxley hit would not have been good from 51. It was 36 would have been a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Coach Hookfin and his staff knows his kids, and they've seen Brandon make a kick like this before. So if he can,
yeah, you got to assume it's not the first 51-yard field goal he's ever tried, right? So that's good, and give a kid a chance to make a play. They're actually scooting it up. This is going to be interesting because they're setting it down at the 50, and they're only 5 yards away. Like this is, there's just not a lot of room there. If there's any penetration at all, this could be blocked. Kick is down. It's going to be short. Nice effort by Boxley.
Flag down.
The flag is down in the middle of the field. Yeah. The clock. Coach Lloyd is walking out to midfield and try and have a conversation with the officials. They politely declined to have that conversation and sent him back.
The football coaches, they get all the breaks.
We'll see.
If you're a basketball coach, there's no way you could just wander out on the field out there without getting tossed.
Personal foul against the Mountaineers. I think that was probably that leaping call we've seen again, bounding over. So now this is now a much more makeable field goal try for Brandon Baxley. It's going to be almost exactly where we tried it from last time. Ball's going to be placed at the 19-yard line. So he kicked it from 35 before. He's going to set the ball down. Looks like Jeb's going to spot it right at the 27, so a 37-yard attempt.
And this is a big play.
And again, with the clock not running, that's your home clock keeper. Like that half probably, well, it wouldn't have ended on a defensive penalty anyway. Baxley, he's got enough leg. It's long enough. It is good. 37-yard field goal.
And the clock did not run.
The clock did not run again. So he's actually having a discussion right here because the clock did not run on the successive plays, and they are calling halftime. So the officials just had to make a judgment call right there that clock should have run. It should have taken 5 seconds, and that's going to be the end of the half. But a nice answer for our War Eagles. 2 field goals from Brandon Baxley, and we're going into halftime down 1 possession. Your score as we get ready for our halftime festivities, and we'll see you guys in about 20 minutes. Your score right now is Mountaineers 28, War Eagles 20. We'll be back in 20 minutes.
The clock just started.
Perfect.
And now it's halftime.
Official.
Fans, stay connected with your favorite team all year long with the official app of Rogers Heritage War Eagle Athletics. A free download in the App Store and Google. The Rogers Heritage